The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Started watching a show and I'm already hooked. Have you watched Jeremy Clarkson's Farm?
Yes.
Do you like it?
I love it, yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I've been told to watch it. Like, my kids are all over Jeremy Clarkson. They loved him from when he was on the
Top Gear?
Top Gear. Like, they've watched every Top Gear, and then they moved straight to that farm
Grand
show.
Tour.
And they reckon that I'd love the farm show too, but I just never got
You
around
would,
to it.
because
It's for real, isn't it? Like, it's legit.
It is very legit. And I started watching it because someone tagged me in a post on Instagram, someone who's on a farm in West Queensland where they're getting devastated at the moment. And they said, you've got to get the word out. What was that?
This is my phone going off. Sorry about that. I apologise for that.
And they're like, you've got to get the word out about how hard we're doing it right now. Like, we're really in a pickle and you're not going to have pies on your plate unless you help us, because they're losing livestock everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm gonna watch Jeremy Clarkson's Farm because I want to see what it's like. Because, you know, if they're doing it tough, imagine how hard it'd be for Jeremy Clarkson. And
He knows nothing about it.
he knows nothing. And
He's
there's
got
one
plenty
episode.
of money behind him, though.
He does have that, but
Yeah.
it's still it doesn't help him with the perception with councils and things
Well,
like that.
basically, he's
up
got his
against the
accountant who
wall.
comes in. Like,
Hang on, he's not doing he's not proper farming, though, is he?
it's decent
Like,
sized farm. He bought 78 sheep.
Yeah, but okay, all right.
Well, he has a
Yeah.
crack at a bunch of different stuff. Like he goes,
He's trying to work out how to make money from it because he just keeps losing money. He realised
Yeah.
that there's nothing in livestock for him in the UK with sheep. And then he had 3 sheep that had like mastitis or abscesses on their udders. And he was
like
told
Brad.
quite brutally that he can't keep them because they need to be in a flock. They can't be someone's pet. So they just need to be culled. And there's this scene where he goes to the abattoir with his 3 sheep who he's become quite close to. And then he's going there. He's really struggling. He goes in. He drops them off. He goes and signs all the paperwork, comes out to say goodbye. And they're like, oh, no, they're gone. They're dead. And he cries. He gets in his car and he
It's
drives off
emotional.
in tears. And I'm just thinking, oh
Didn't
my
even get to say goodbye.
No, he didn't get to say goodbye to his
Brute.
sheep.
and the guy that tells
Just
him,
brute.
the guy that
Oh,
tells him
it's-
just some like.
The fact is,
Dude.
it's Tuesday morning at work for him. He doesn't care.
He's like,
he's
"They're gone,
trying-
buddy, we just-"
No, and the
getting
way
on
he
with the
does it,
next
this
job.
guy goes, oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was that kind of
It's just
vibe
like
going on.
moving on.
It's all the characters in it are great. You sort
Yes.
of you love almost all the characters.
What's
in
the
it.
name of his farm hand?
I don't know. It's been a year or two since I watched it.
Conrad? Is it something C something?
I can't remember.
He's brilliant.
But this
And
has been out for a while, I
This
feel.
has been out-
Because
yeah,
I've been
I'm
hearing
only-
about this for
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
catching up because the floods in Queensland and
So
all
this
that.
is your contribution to the floods.
Well, I wanted to have a look at how
Keep
tough it
bringing it
is.
back.
That's streaming
An
tonight.
English farm show.
No,
Oh, I
now
have to
look.
wait another week for an episode. Great.
Wait, I know how hard it is up there
She's
in
acknowledging
Queensland
how
right
hard it is
now.
up there, right?
and the
But-
way she's doing that
Wait, but it,
is towards Jeremy Clarkson.
no, look,
A
it
recommendation
cannot,
station.
it cannot,
It's a very thoughtful gesture.
cannot be.
what?
I
And
cannot
I'm sure,
get a word in.
I'm sure it means a lot to the people.
I've sworn 3 times in the last 30 seconds in my head right now.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Look,
Yes.
Hi, I'm Nikki Osborne.
Yes.
As I saw on Jeremy Clarkson's farm, people are doing it tough in Western Queensland.
look, yes, they're doing it tough up there, but nothing can be as hard as understanding Gerald, who is his other farmhand,
Yes,
when
yes,
he
I-
speaks. Now, see if you can make sense of this.
I remember Gerald.
I love chatting with him, even though most of the time I'm never entirely sure what we're chatting about. So how's this coming along?
Well, no, that one then. I mean, like I told these, I mean, this is if animals, if a horse or pushes, you'll pull
the
a
horse.
load. No. I'll tell you what, there was a quarry, that field's called a quarry.
Yeah.
And then, don't you indulge with these boys then? See what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And he just goes along with him. That goes for 3 seasons. Like the
Yeah,
whole thing.
no idea. No idea. And now all of a sudden, I don't know if you've seen Hot Fuzz. They've got a character in Hot Fuzz who speaks like that. And all of a sudden, I get it because that's how they speak over there.
Actual real. Like, that's real. That's how they talk. It's not
That's
a joke.
real.
Like, in Ireland, when my old cousins used to live, you go to the local pub, you can't. They're speaking English, but it's like not English. It's like it's
Yeah,
like
but
that. It's
they
like-
say the same thing about us, though.
I guess they do. They go, yeah, that's just what they know.
Imagine all the stuff they're saying about their wives that their wives don't understand.
I think the wives know because they live with them. The wives speak the same.
Actually, you know what? I'm not convinced that Gerald has a wife.
Oh, poor. Actually, you just reminded me of something for the series. No, I can't even say it.
Oh, really? Oh, will it give it away?
Yeah, no, it continues on. Gerald has a part in it. Moving on.
Oh,
yeah.
does he?
Yeah.
You should tell me
No,
how
I
White
can't.
Lotus
It's a
ends
spoiler.
too.
It's a lot. They're old shows, but if you haven't seen it, I won't. Yeah, it's worth a look though. I will
Anyway,
say
yeah,
that.
get on board. It's a great show, Jeremy Clarkson's Farm.
And it takes your mind off the hardships up in North Queensland.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
See, Australians are making us proud on a flight to Bali yesterday.
Oh, yeah, what happened there?
I saw a bit of the footage of it. Like, were there any fist thrown, or was just?
There was argy-bargy. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone threw a punch.
Yeah, it looks like one of the mates came in to sort of hold old mate back after he went. The guy who
Yeah.
was in the middle row was he in
Yeah,
the middle
so
row?
he's leant over several seats to have a go at this guy.
That's what it looked like.
And what do they call that flight? The Jetstar flight to
The Bogan bus.
the Bogan bus or the Bogan missile or anyway.
Apparently, it was over a reclined seat. I'm just reading.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
at meal time.
Yes, which is interesting because I feel like there needs to be rules established over this because it is quite the grey area. Like I don't even, if I'm on a flight less than 2 hours, I don't recline my seat. Doesn't
No, you
matter how
shouldn't.
tired I am, I don't do it.
You shouldn't.
Oh, Mitch is like, meh.
No, especially if you're flying. Remember that time we were flying back?
I think it's a God-given right, by the way.
So I think, that's where I
What?
stand.
You were with me one night.
I reclined last week.
We were flying back from Sydney, and the guy in front of us put his seat back. A 1 hour flight, and you and I both were going off our nut. Remember, he had a bald head. Nicky had a bald
Yeah.
head,
Oh,
and he had a mole right on the top of his head, and out of the top of that mole was one
One
long
hair. Oh, and you looked at it
and
the
we
whole
sat there the
time.
whole time going, I'm going to pull that thing. I just
But I
wanted
think
to-
we reclined.
I wanted to grab it and just yank it.
Yeah.
But what about on international flights? Now, this is where it
You
can
can go back on an international flight.
Yeah, okay. Because this is where it can get tricky because people are tired. Like, we've got the 14-hour flight to Dubai. And I've had experiences where, I've flown with children a lot. And your kids can just be absolutely feral. And then they finally pass out in a reclined seat. And then the meal arrives. Now, I think that you should be able to leave a seat back on a child if, they're finally fallen asleep when the meal arrives. Now, I was just chatting to Alicia who came and she agrees, disagrees completely. In fact, there was venom in her response going, you can't eat a meal when the seat is reclined. I'm like, you can. It's just you elbowing yourself in the kidneys while you do it. But it's better than the noise that the kid in front is going to make if you wake the little bastard up.
Oh, you're saying leave them asleep or her asleep?
I think you should just leave them sleep.
Well, just for the kids, you'd like to introduce a rule for the kids that if the kid is asleep, that would annoy me. If my seat, if everyone else had their seats up and my seat was down, because Precious Pot in front.
Needs to get rest before they land in Dubai.
Yes.
Yeah, but what
Go
if,
to the indoor ski fields.
I'm so with you, Elise.
Come on.
No, what if Precious
the
Pot
way he
has
put it was
been,
better.
What if Precious Pot's been screaming for 8 hours and they've finally finurgened them and they've passed out?
No, so he'd rather put his headphones on and
You'd rather poke the bear
pretend
and-
the kid doesn't exist, which you can do if
Yeah.
you have noise cancelling
Yes, exactly.
headphones.
Yeah.
Kid,
Yeah.
push it forward.
Yep.
He'd rather have a nice meal and.
Hang on,
headphones.
Ash. How many times have you travelled with your kids? Are you one of those dads who puts the kids in coach with the wife and then you're up the front of the bus?
Oh, I've done that a couple of times.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.